In this book, Mr. Patel calls Director Bob Mueller, quote, a swamp creature.
What? Well, I mean, if the shoe fits.
The rest of the interview. This is why snippets of information are often misleading and detrimental to this committee's advice and consent process.
Well, if you consent, I would love to have 5 hours of questions, and then I could read the whole transcript.
You've got 2 minutes.
Wow.
That's just a teaser to this great video, folks. KASH Patel took it to him in the Senate confirmation hearings. Remember to check out my sponsor, MyPillow, MyPillow.com. Use promo code Lumberjack for big savings. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Let's get right into it with Amy Klobuchar.
You also said you would put the entire fake news mafia press corps on your list. Is that correct? Is that what you said?
I don't have that in front of me.
Benny Johnson's podcast, 8/21/23. You have said that the FBI, including today, you said that they remain utterly corrupt. This is an agency with agents who have taken down terrorists, taken down bank robbers, taken down crime.
And attempted to take down our sitting president. Don't forget that, Amy.
And you wrote that the FBI has become so thoroughly compromised that it will remain a threat to the people unless drastic measures are taken. Do you know that under Chris Wray's leadership, he took over at a very difficult time, we all know that, appointed by President Trump, that during his tenure, the applications to the FBI has in fact tripled? Do you think people would be applying to that agency like in those numbers if they thought it was so corrupt?
The American public's trust in it is at 40%. That's an all-time low.
Did you say that the FBI headquarters should be shut down and reopened as a museum of the deep state?
Mr. Chairman, are we allowed to go an extra time?
Let's see, you get a second round. Before I call on Senator Lee.
Could he just answer the question if he said that the FBI headquarters where they investigate cybercrime and terrorism should be shut down and opened as a deep state?
Hey, Mr. Chair.
As a museum. Did he say that the headquarters should be shut down?
Mr. Chair.
I deserve an answer to that question. He is asking to be head of the FBI, and he said that their headquarters should be shut down.
It sounds good to me. The fact that Amy Klobuchar is freaking out about it makes it even better.
Mr. Chair, parliamentary inquiry.
You got anything you want to say, Mr. Patel, before I go on to Senator Lee?
Simply this. If the best attacks on me are going to be false accusations and grotesque mischaracterizations, the only thing this body is doing is defeating the credibility of the men and women at the FBI. I stood with them here in this country. In every theater of war we have, I was on the ground in service of this nation. And any accusations leveled against me that I would somehow put political bias before the Constitution are grotesquely unfair. And I will have you reminded that I have been endorsed by over 300,000 law enforcement officers to become the next director of the FBI. Let's ask them.
Mr. Chairman, I am quoting his own words from September of 2024. It is his own words. It is not some conspiracy. It is what Mr. Patel actually said himself. Facts matter.
You forget that you had 3 minutes in the next round to say what you just said.
Okay, I'll say them again.
Okay.
Well, I'll just say it again. What is up with these Karens in the Democrat Party? Now, this leads to one of the funniest moments of the hearing, which I'm going to share with you next.
Before I call Lee.
Mr. Chair, just parliamentary inquiry, and it was on time. It wasn't disputing any of the debate, but I intend to keep to my 7 minutes, and I appreciate you keeping everyone to it. If we go over, can we have that decrement against the time in the second round? If a member goes over, that was actually 10 minutes, Mr. Chair.
I'm not sure that I want to. Sometimes it's faster to get things done here, just letting people shout and than it does to shut them up.
Mr. Chairman, you're a wise man, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Sometimes it actually goes quicker just allowing them to go over and yell than just shutting them up. But now you heard Senator Kennedy in the background, and this is where it gets really good.
Mr. Chairman.
Before we go to Lee.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, what do you want?
I love this guy. Mr. Chairman, I'm unlike Senator Tillis. I mean, if we're going to start this, I want an extra 3 minutes.
Well,
now, my friend Senator Klobuchar went 3 minutes over.
So hear what you're saying is the chairman wasn't a very good chairman by not shutting her up. But I've gone through this before, and I think I know how to handle it and get.
I think you're a star-spangled awesome chairman. I just want to say that for the record. But if you're going to let somebody over there go 3 minutes over, I want my extra 3 minutes.
Well, let's see if it's abused by anybody else before we make that decision.
I'm just telling you, I'm going to abuse it.
I think you're a star-spangled awesome chairman, but I want to let you know I'm going to abuse the time because you just let Klobuchar do it. Kennedy's hilarious. I met him real briefly out in Washington, D.C. Just shook his hand, said hi, but he does have a warm nature to him. This next clip, this is what's really got the Democrats in D.C. in a panic mode. I want you to pay special attention to Marsha Blackburn when she questions Senator KASH Patel, because this, folks, is what it all hinges on.
Their questions, and it has led me to one thing. Why are the Democrats so afraid of you?
I don't know, Senator. You'd have to ask them.
Well, I tell you what I think, and listening to their questions and your responses, which we appreciate, they know that you're going to go in and you're going to clean up that political cabal that has been over there for years. You are going to reposition the FBI to its core mission. You stated that earlier in this hearing, and there will be no more political persecutions and no more 2 tiers of justice. And they have liked having 2 tiers of justice. They have enjoyed it, and it has helped them. They think in their political mission, they've enjoyed targeting Catholics. They've enjoyed targeting parents. But the American people have said they want no more of that. And our colleagues know you're going to clean it up. I want to talk to you about the Epstein case. I have worked on this for years, trying to get those records of who flew on Epstein's plane and who helped him build this international human trafficking, sex trafficking ring. Now, earlier I urged then Chairman Durbin to subpoena those records, and I ended up being blocked by Senator Durbin and Christopher Wray. They stonewalled on this.
That's right, Senator Durbin, the same one I started this video with. Okay, the one who was so concerned about KASH Patel in his book Government Gangsters calling Robert Mueller a swamp creature, which he is. Fair assessment. But see, they have enjoyed this 2-tier justice system, just like Blackburn said, and they don't want to see it go away. And KASH Patel has vowed to dismantle the deep state. That's what Amy Klobuchar was freaking out about. But this is where it gets really good. Listen to her next question.
And I know that breaking up these trafficking rings is important to President Trump. So will you work with me on this issue so we know who worked with Jeffrey Epstein in building these sex trafficking rings?
Absolutely, Senator. Child sex trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past.
Now let's go back to Senator Dick Durbin, and let's go back to January 6th. And now another reason they are really freaking out, because KASH Patel has vowed to investigate this. And look at the wordsmithing and the language Durbin tries to use to throw KASH Patel off when KASH Patel comes back and nails this, because they can't pull the wool over his eyes.
Well, let me inform you then. What it says is it raises an interrogatory asking why government resources were utilized. I've run resources and sources at the FBI. I've run sources overseas. It takes months for source developmental networks.
What resources were utilized a year in advance of planning?
That's the question I'm asking, and the Biden Inspector General report answered that question in the affirmative, that multiple sources were utilized, and I was simply trying to get to that answer.
What the Inspector General came back with was, quote, there is no evidence that the FBI had undercover employees in the various protest crowds or at the Capitol on January 6th.
And there is
no evidence.
There's a huge distinction between undercover employees and sources. I know because I ran them. And anybody in law enforcement knows that too.
So Amy Klobuchar thinks it's really bad that he wants to shut down FBI headquarters. I think it's great. Amy Klobuchar and Dick Durbin want to shut down investigations into the Epstein flight list. Why? Why is that? They want to also shut down investigations into January 6th. Why would that be? What's wrong? Let's see what happened there. No, this is why the deep state is in panic, and this is why Kash Patel is a hill to die on. Call your senators. Let them know we need Kash Patel. And please check out MyPillow, MyPillow.com. Use promo code Lumberjack for big savings, folks, and free shipping right now on your entire order. See you on the next episode. Peace out.